Haptics is the science of touch. This is Cloud9, which is a haptic sketch modeling software. And this is a haptic device. It's similar to a 3D mouse, but it provides force feedback. A haptic interface helps you interact with a virtual object in a virtual space, but using touch. One of the most exciting things about Cloud9 is that you don't actually need to have a CAD background to be able to draw and create using it. I guess so long as you can turn the computer on, you're pretty much good. So I can move in all these directions, but also I can go up to the surface of an object and actually touch it and sort of feel the device pushing back at me when I go up and touch the object. This object is the purple sculpture from the Druid Makers Open exhibition, and this is what it looked like before I made it spiky. I'm going to make it spiky now, so hopefully that will make sense. It's quite difficult to explain really without being able to let people actually experience it, but if you can imagine a sort of skin around the object. When I go up to the surface, so I have the option of changing the stiffness of the object. So if it's quite a stiff object, and I can go up to it and sort of feel it, but only to slide around it. Can't push at it, so it's quite hard. Or I can change the stiffness to make the object quite malleable. So I'm just about to deform the surface. I'm actually going into the object and then pushing out at the skin to create these spikes. This is quite similar to the way in which we work with our hands with actual materials, which makes it more intuitive. Because, as I've showed you, it's quite easy to move around in Cloud9 and kind of being able to understand the form of an object through touch. It's not a very big step to then start manipulating it and playing with the object. And so you kind of fall into designing almost through playing. So rather than thinking of what I'm going to, design on paper and then going to draw it in a CAD package, I can do both the modeling, sort of almost the 3D doodling side of it, as well as building the finished object. They kind of happen side by side. Because it is a computer package at the end of the day, it lets you kind of access the possibilities that computers offer. Just even simple things like being able to save something and then make a different version of it, or undo, or cutting and pasting. But it just also has the sort of facility to be able to touch things and feel them. I think with conventional CAD packages, or at least I felt with conventional CAD packages, that I was always removed from what I was making, because there is this barrier between you and it where you almost have to learn a different way of looking at the object and thinking about it. I didn't really get immersed in using 3D software until I used Cloud9, because it let me come to grips with it and manipulate it in a tactile way and think in a way that I was used to thinking with materials in a physical sense, and kind of apply that thinking process to the creative experience. And so Cloud9 is really, I couldn't do what I'd do without it.